inspired head of a cat or head of a dog. You can choose whatever animal you want. But this was one sample of a cat, and I was sharing with some friends today. So you can see that we have the head here. We used lots of different shapes to split up the body, and then the collar here. And then we went in and added colors using a lot of primary and secondary colors. This morning I was showing boys and girls, maybe you want to do head of a dog. If you like to do dogs instead, you can choose a dog. So this one is done in marker. All right, so you have to decide what you want to work in. You can work in crayons, in colored pencils, in markers. So this one, you can see I haven't finished the coloring. So when I'm coloring these, I try to make sure that I'm not using the same color next to each shape. Shouldn't be the same color, okay? So if you're working in crayon, you can outline with a black crayon, and then after you're done, you can go ahead and do a watercolor wash over, like I did the light blue, and I went right on top of the cat, so you can see it filled in any places that had that I missed, right? So any spaces that were white got colored in. If you don't have watercolors, that's fine. You can go ahead and work in markers or colored pencils. So I had found this to use for my head. So depending on the size of your paper, that will determine what size you're going to use for your head. If you have smaller paper, you might want to use a cup for tracing. So I will do this in Sharpie so that you can see my lines. So I'm first going to hold this up towards the top of the paper, leaving a little space so I can add my ears. And I have to think what animal I might do. So I think I might come down a little, because on this one, I think I may do a rabbit. So I've done head of a cat, head of a dog, and then this one is going to be a rabbit. So there's my head. So once you have your circle, you're going to start here, and you're going to come down to the bottom of your paper. Make sure you touch the bottom, starting here and pulling down. So this is going to be his body. Okay, we don't see, may not see any arms and legs. That's okay. This is just going to be a fun piece of art that has lots of shapes and colors. So I think that I am going to go and put his nose in. I'm going to give him that triangle nose, and maybe I'm going to separate the face like this. Give him some whiskers. Now you may not have whiskers for your animal. That's okay. So these are creating different spaces, right? Maybe I am going to put a curved line like this so that I can get more shapes. I'm going to connect those. And they're not even. That's okay. All right. Well, this should be fun, whimsical, lots of color. So my eyes, you can see on the eyes, the eyes are not the same. This one has a heart. And this one has a square that's turned, right, with a circle. So you have to decide what kind of eyes you want. I already have triangles here, so I think I will stay away from triangles. Maybe I will give him a nice star eye here inside a circle. And I might give him a little eyelash. And then over here, maybe this one's going to be square with a circle. So they're different. Now I can split this face. I'm going to use a curved line going down this way. So I have two sides. I could add more in the face. These created little sections here, so I don't need any more shapes in here, but maybe up here I could give him, I want to give him polka dots, or maybe I will do something like this. So it's creating this design around his head. And I'm stopping right at that point, all right? Just to do something different. Now, I need to add his ears. He could have an ear that is flopping down. And then I'm going to put this section in. Okay, so I have one ear there. And then maybe this ear is going to go up. And now with this one, I think it's going to go right off the page because I don't have enough space. Now I can separate this. Okay, I can create now some shapes, either inside here or outside. And we've got kind of this polka dotted feeling going on here. Maybe I will do some dots inside. You don't have to do that. You could do something like stripes, right? Or different shapes. I just thought I would stick with this circle design. Now in the body, you could give your animal a collar like I did here. I gave him a collar and then a dog tag. And he has stripes in his body, and then in every other one you can see that I did a dotted design. This one here is just separated into sections. So I think that the first thing I will do is just draw a line down here to separate it into two. You could do it in a wavy line. Okay, it doesn't have to be straight. And maybe I will separate these. Maybe I make this one like narrow. And maybe a diagonal line. I might make one more up here. Now I could add, you know, something in here, more shapes, or I could leave it that simple. So once you've created your design, you need to outline yours with a black crayon, or it could be the black Sharpie. And then depending on what you're using, you're going to go in, let's see where I put my paints. And now I'm going to start. I'm going to use these paints just so that I can show you the colors. I'm going to start with primary colors first. So using some water, I'm going to get this nice and wet so I can get, I'm going to get a nice red. So I can decide where do I want to start. Maybe he is going to be red here. Now, when I color this in, I'm not going to cross over these black lines. So right now I'm going to go around and just follow these black lines. Don't cross over. So when you see that black line, look, I have to come down this way. And then it meets here. So this is all going to be red. And while I have this red, these are not going to be red. This is going to be different colors in here. I could make this one red over here to kind of pull his face together there. So this one maybe I will do red. But I don't want to have colors next to each other, the same color next to each other. So this one can't be red and this one can't be red because this one's red, right? So maybe if I have this red, maybe this ear is going to be red. So again, going around, don't go over that line, right? So this ear is all red. Now maybe the other side, what color should I do over here? If I choose yellow, I have to clean up my yellow paint here. It's pretty dirty. So let me get that wet. See if I can clean that up a little bit. So I want a nice bright yellow. Alright, so maybe this side of the face is going to be yellow. I want to brighten him up. Again, don't cross over these black lines. Now, the eyelashes are okay. Okay, you can go right over there because that was just a little decoration. But these lines created new shapes. So I am going to try to do different colors in every shape. So you can decide what colors you want to work with. You might want to do just primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. Or you might want to add those secondary colors, green, orange, and purple. So I put the yellow here. So again, like I did over there, I'm going to make this ear yellow because the other side of the head is yellow. So this side is yellow. So you're going to go ahead and keep painting. All right, I can go on now and start adding some blue. So I will show you here, maybe his nose or her nose is blue. That blue needs to get a little brighter. So maybe, let's see, maybe I'm going to put blue inside this ear. It's a little harder with the paint. If you're working crayons, you can take your time going in around all your shapes. And if you make sure that your shapes aren't too tiny, then it's a lot easier to color. All right. So here, oh, there's my, oh, we'll just, okay. So you can see now I'm starting to add more colors. So I can go in now and maybe these are going to be a different pattern in here. All right, so maybe these will have, every other one will might be green on this side. Maybe these will be orange. I don't know. So I'm just going to play with this. But see, this side is green. I can't have this one green. But I could put green over here. See how that created a new shape. So go ahead and you can play with yours and start filling in all your colors. Hope you have fun. I can't wait to see what yours turns out to look like. Have fun!